I feel that one of the most frustrating aspects of Tetris 99 is when you feel like everything is going well, and then all of a sudden you get ambushed with a ton of lines from a ton of people, and then you die almost instantly in what seems like an impossible situation. And I feel like most people can't help but panic because when they get these pieces coming in, especially at the end of the game, you also have the fast-moving pieces and the annoying, anxiety-inducing music coming your way. So what can we do about this? How do we defend ourselves in these situations? Are we just doomed to die? Well, my friend, in this video we're going to talk about how to defend against these intruders in these situations. But first, let's talk about the mechanics of defending. When other players send you lines, it goes into a queue on the left side of the screen that goes from yellow to red to flashing red. In the beginning, this whole process usually takes about 2.5 seconds, but at the end of the game when there are a few people left, this decreases to half a second. And once the bar turns flashing red, you'll be sent as many lines as there are flashing blocks onto your screen as garbage lines. But if you clear a line, then the incoming garbage will delay. This will keep happening until you are no longer able to clear a line with your pieces. This point alone is very important, and we'll get back to this later. Also important to note are the gray blocks in the queue. Fortunately, the game sends lines in chunks rather than in one fell swoop, giving you time to manage your incoming garbage, especially if it's coming from multiple people. So once you're sent one wave of flashing red garbage, then the next wave of gray garbage will begin its yellow to red cycle. So one way we can protect ourselves is by creating a buffer. As you build, think of your line breaks as ammo. You're not just playing a puzzle game, you're also playing a first-person shooter battle royale. When you break, it should either serve to potentially kill someone or to protect yourself from incoming damage. As you build up, you can store a line piece and 4 to 8 lines to clear so that when you see massive damage coming in, you can immediately use your line piece to make a Tetris and destroy some lines and reduce the incoming damage. Also, you can save your combos such as your 4 wides, 3 wides, and even 2 wides, and also T-spins for when other people attack you. Now, of course, you can't play overly defensive since you need to proactively KO other people to attain badges, but in the later stages of the game, having a buffer of line breaks can save you from receiving a ton of lines that can make your board go haywire. But what if we don't have any buffer? Then what can we do? So here's what I recommend. First off, build as flat as possible. This way incoming garbage won't come underneath a tall tower on the map. Also, if the incoming garbage comes in the same column, you can dig very quickly to decrease your stack or potentially counter some garbage lines with a quick counter Tetris, using pieces that other people have sent you right back at them. And if you're in really dire straits, then use this following hierarchy of thought. First off, assess how much time you have with the incoming garbage. Is it still yellow or red? Or do we have time to cycle to a piece that can help us out? If the answer is no, and it's flashing red and you're going to die right away, then nothing else matters other than answering this question. Can you clear a line? Between your next piece and what's in your whole piece, can you at least clear one line? If yes, then you immediately break and use the following decision trees. Now, in a lot of cases, there are multiple ways to clear a line. So ask yourself, what is the best combination out of using your whole piece and the next sequence of pieces to create the largest combo possible? And by combo, I mean consecutive line breaks. Whether it's a bunch of singles in a row or a Tetris into a double, it doesn't really matter. Although larger breaks are preferred, we're trying to stall the game as long as possible. And maximizing the combo helps twofold. First, it lowers your stack, it lowers the height. But also, it reduces the number of incoming lines, so even consecutive single line breaks will help reduce the incoming damage. This coupled with having some badges, like maybe even like a 25 to 75% up, can allow you to cancel waves of incoming damage very quickly. Maximizing combos here can be incredibly difficult, and one thing that I like to do is to analyze my own losses to see if there was a slightly better combination that I could have done to keep me alive, especially when I lose. Alternatively, it helps to think of your pieces in terms of the potential width that it can fill. So for example, a line piece can fill up to 4 consecutive columns if it's flipped horizontal and 1 column if it's vertical. J and L pieces can fill 1, 2, or 3 columns based on need. Squares aren't that versatile and fill exactly 2 columns. S and Z pieces can fill 1 or 2, and T pieces can fill 1 or 3, or potentially 2 depending on how it's oriented and how it fills your board. Also, in downsizing your stack, sometimes you may not have your line piece available, so you need to learn how to carve down your board with other pieces. So learn how to build your board so you can utilize other pieces to lower your stack while also leaving your well open. Or if you absolutely need to cover your well because you need to break a line, do it in a way that you don't need too many extra pieces to reopen it. In terms of priority, also if you can break with multiple different pieces, try to prioritize using your square, S, and Z pieces and focus on trying to hold onto your line pieces, J pieces, and L pieces if possible. Overall, defending can be one of the most stressful parts of Tetris 99. I get it, but also realize it's one of the most exciting parts of the game. And when you defend successfully and win the game, it is one of the most awesome, exhilarating moments to be a part of. I know it can be difficult, but hopefully this video helps you dig through rough situations and it helps you defend yourself and gives you more victory royales. Now, if you really like this video, go ahead and comment. Let me know what tips you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching.